Hey there. It's been a while. I wanted to take you through two or three prints that I have ready to release. They may already be released from my time in Utah over the years. Um, uh, there's something to be said for really pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and moving yourself into a new area of art that is a teeny weeny bit foreign to you. And that's sort of what I did um, in a lot of my travels when I was going through the United States the last times. Um, a lot of that was to do with the simple fact that I'm just not used to shooting in snow. I'm used to shooting in the tropics. I'm used to shooting aquas and turquoises and goldens and all these lovely colors. And when you are in the middle of this vast wonderland of Utah that sometimes can look golden, but it's winter. You are challenged when you're used to shooting what I shoot. So you move yourself into a whole new area or you go home. And I decided I did not want to go home. So I would like to present to you, if I may, a few shots. And the reason I guess I'm doing this is because these aren't prints that would they're not prints that I would release and expect people to go, oh, that's an MPA. Not at all. I'm ridiculously proud of these, but I sort of expect that there's going to be a few collectors who will look at this and go, really? Okay. All right, here's the first one. So this is shot in Provo Canyon in Utah. For those of you who know Utah, when you come out of Provo, you drive Provo, and one of the ways that you can get to Park City is you could drive out the back of Provo through Provo Canyon and then out around through the mountains and get to Park City that way. Somewhere on that drive, I looked left and I came across this spectacular scene that you see in front of you. And I bookmarked it in my head. It wasn't one of those times that you hear sometimes, well, I pulled over straight away and there was this amazing shot and oh, it was there. No, that didn't happen. I saw the composition and the composition was fantastic. It took, I would say, 7 visits. Yes, 7 visits over 2 years before I came up with this one. And I'm proud of all 3 of the shots that I saved from those 7 visits, but this is the one that I'm choosing to show to the public. This is around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, one very, very cold March day. It was ridiculously cold, but it was also ridiculously magical. It was just an amazing, amazing day. So that's the first one. Now, as I said, a few of these are very different from what I would usually shoot. The next one is, uh, yeah, let's do this. Let's do this one. Yeah, that one. So one of the challenges for me is when I'm wearing my photographer hat is I look for multiple things in a composition because if I'm going to sell a print and I want it on a collector's wall, I know that from my perspective, I want you as the collector to be able to walk past it every day and get something from it and something new from it. Um, that's hard when there's very little going on and everything around you is covered in snow. So this one was slightly challenging, but I believe I got there. And I only got there because of the light that happened for about 10 minutes, meaning the clouds and the shadows and the way that it hit the snow and the mountains. I'm ridiculously happy with how this turned out. This is also in Utah on the side of one of the sides of the Wasatch Mountain Range. This is obviously it's also in winter. Um, I actually initially when I was remembering this shoot, I had it in my mind that it was in like November. Turns out, looking at the raw file, that it was in February. How wrong was I? But the light came in. It was really, really gray, and then it was raining, and then I stayed. I was in a tent, and I stayed in the tent for about an hour, feeling very, very sorry for myself and feeling like I wanted to go home. And then it got super windy, and it actually was windy while I took the shot. And I don't know whether you can actually tell, but it's actually blowing the snow across from the right to the left. Um, and then the clouds started moving, and this burst of light came through, and that's what appeared. It was just pretty epic. It was pretty epic. So that's being released. So I'm super happy with that. Okay, the next one, and I come back to this because I don't like shuffling through photos. Um, the next one is probably the most minimal thing I think I've ever released. Um, it's, I mean, it's minimal. I mean, and I have to tell you, there are artists who are epically good at taking pictures of the snow. I really hope that my collectors or new collectors like this shot or any of these shots, but I do not count myself in the list of photographers who are really good at snow because it's new to me. Anyway, so this this is already on my wall. So I feel like this says a lot without saying anything. Um, uh, I call this one sustained, and I feel like it's very, very powerful, and it amazes me how much I can stare at it when there's so little going on. Um, it's, yeah, it's Mother Nature gave me a good one there. She really did. Anyway, so uh, that's some of the new stuff coming out from me, my friends and collectors. Thanks for staying with me. Thanks for loving what I do. Be good to yourselves, be good to others. Cheers.